Welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Carrasco.
I'm Dr. Alex De Jesus.
You know, Alex, I think we need to talk about some things that we may consider controversial, but they're important. I mean, we're here to help people at home understand medicine, disease, how it works, insurance, and everything related to their health.
You know, it's always a great thing when you have a doctor in the family, but not everybody does.
You know, I had a story, Alex. I think everything starts with the story because people can relate to the story. I have an individual that I know, nicest guy, pleasant, easygoing. The patients loved him. He was great. Just a caring, loving person. And suddenly, he didn't come to work. We call him, we text him, we page him. Everybody's concerned. How are you doing? Please give me a call. Make sure you're okay. Some people even check the police reports. They check to make sure that nothing had happened. And we didn't see him for about a week or so. And he finally came to see me about a week later. He didn't look the same. He wasn't well shaven. He wasn't well kept. He said he was depressed and he hadn't slept for a week. And so I asked him, what are you taking? What are you doing? He said, well, in our culture, as you know, it's not good to talk about being depressed. And I don't believe in taking depression medications. What do you think about that?
You know, that's a sad story. I mean, it makes me really sad to know that somebody has a medical condition that's treatable and doesn't want to go on the treatment. So depression will change your character, change his grooming. He wasn't grooming really good. Change his hygiene. He probably wasn't the cleanest guy like he usually was. Change your attitude, change your demeanor, and change your energy level. He had zero energy. I mean, this guy was in bed for a week. I mean, what do you do with somebody like that? You can love somebody and they're still depressed. You can be with them and they're still depressed. You can pray, you can read and they're still depressed because it's a medical condition.
Exactly.
This is not a mood, it's not a state of mind, it's not a bad moment you're going through. It's a medical condition. And look at all the symptomatology this person had. And then he doesn't want treatment because there's a stigma. There's a social stigma. It's like the old AIDS day. Remember, I don't want nobody to know I have AIDS or HIV because I'm a stigma. Nobody's going to want to be with me anymore. So in his culture, there's a stigma where you don't talk about it, don't talk, don't tell, and don't treat. And that is terrible. I mean, that's absolutely terrible.
Well, we know that the most common symptoms for depression are what? Decreased appetite, right? Decreased sex drive, and early morning awakening. Is that right? I mean, those are the most common things. If you no longer want to eat anymore, you're not hungry, if you don't have any interest in sex or other things that were once very maybe interesting for you, and if you wake up early in the morning, you can't go back to sleep, thinking about something, especially something that's bothering you, you may be depressed. And you know, Alex, in today's world, I grew up in that environment, a Hispanic family, where you never talked about mental illness. But I think it's time we talk about mental illness because, as I told him, I said, look, if you had diabetes, if you had high blood pressure, if you had any kind of medical condition, it could be some type of chemical imbalance in your body that's causing that, right?
Exactly.
So I told him, look, sometimes they have reactive depression that it becomes because of something that happened to you, but sometimes you can be depressed because you're missing certain chemicals. My advice to him, talk to your doctor, let's get you on some medication, maybe for a short period of time, maybe for a longer period of time, but we need to get him help.
You know, somebody that's going through a situation like that needs a buddy, a handle, needs somebody else to say, okay, no, this is good, no, this is enough, let's go to see the doctor, you know. If you had a family member with a 500 blood sugar and they're not taking their insulin, somebody was, oh no, we gotta go to the doctor, come with me. So, you know, people that go through bouts of depression or similar psychiatric illness are very likely to isolate themselves. And it's like a secret, they isolate themselves. So just like you try to contact this person and he was isolated, you need somebody that still has a copy of that key to go in, a family member, somebody to say, no, I care about you. I'm not going to let my friends stay like this. Let's go see a doctor. And sometimes that opens a window of hope and like you say, health and healing to where this person can accept the help and say, no, I'm going to do it for my family. I'm going to not be depressed. I'm going to do it for my son. I'm not going to be depressed. I'm going to do it even not for myself, but I'll do it for somebody else. And that does help to have that interested person.
Well, I think right now, if he's watching the show, we love you, we care about you, we care about what happens to you. A lot of people love you in the world. Your family loves you. Sometimes you get into the dark cloud, you don't see the sunshine. There is sunshine. If you have this condition, if you have depression in your life or in your family member, please seek help. Get the care that you need, get the medication that you care, because we really care about you and your family cares about you. I'm speaking for Dr. De Jesus. We wish you a life full of health, hope, and healing. God bless you till next time.